We are live. How you guys all doing today on this fine Wednesday morning? Greg, I've heard so many good things about you. I heard you're good looking. I heard you're a voice actor. Heard you're a tattoo business owner. I heard you've been breaking records in your coaching business. And it's just such an honor to finally meet you, Greg. How are you doing today?
Thank you very much. I'm doing great. I'm doing fantastic on this Wednesday morning. I mean, life couldn't be much better. I know it's going to be, but sometimes it's hard to imagine where I'm at, how fast I got here.
Yeah.
So,
yeah. Well, I have questions for yourself. If you guys have questions down below, be sure to ask Mr. Greg. I think Greg's a great example of someone who, when we first met, I think that you were in a couple coaching programs before. I think you believe that it could happen, but you didn't see the real, the real results in the physical world. And now that that has changed, where now people are paying you, you've gone from 0 to, 10,000 a month plus. And, the cool thing with the coaching business, and I want to talk about everything else in your life, because I think that should inspire a lot of people, especially if they're going through the game of like, I don't know what's happening. Why can't I crack the code? Why can't I get someone to pay me? Why can't I finally? The cool thing with this business is once you figure out the pattern, once you figure out once you crack the code, then it just repeat. And then it goes up like this. And sometimes your coaching business goes like this. And then when you hit it, it's like, voop, and you'll deal with problems down the road. But now you've cracked the code of how to get someone who doesn't know you to get nurtured, to get into a call with you, to pay you, to get results. And so, Greg, if you want to tell us a little bit about who you are, what you do, and a little bit about your coaching business.
Wow. So I'm just going to go way back. Poverty stricken as a young age. Poverty. We were good at poverty. My parents knew poverty. Poverty was a thing. I tried coming out of it. Something I when I teach, as I tell people that, poverty is comfortable for me. I can do that real easy. It was success that was so scary.
Wow.
And success is scary. It's very scary because I'm okay with where I'm at. Anyways, so I've always wanted to help, man. I've got that giver's heart. I want, everybody deserves to live their best life. It's a no-brainer. We should. And through life, our loved ones, our parents, our school teachers, they're trying to protect us, man, but they're giving us limited beliefs. So I didn't know how to help people. I'm a tattoo artist, second generation, and I see lots of struggles in the tattoo community, especially as it grows as an industry. We're a $4.3 billion industry, and artists are just struggling. And so I wanted to help, but I just didn't know how. I took a coaching business class myself, and wow, this is what I want to do. And so finally it broke some of my limited beliefs. So I started coaching. I signed up for a couple programs, fail. I think about 7 months. I tried for about 7 months. I didn't know who to reach. I didn't know how to talk. I didn't know what to do. And I asked the universe for some help. And I'm staring at that guy right now. And the universe gave me you. And I was a little hectic or a little skeptic at first. I'm sorry, not hectic, skeptic. And
hesitant.
Yes, hesitant. Yes, that's the word. And you used the proven process on me. And now that's what I do. It was, I don't want to call it a struggle. I don't want to say that it was that hard, because now that I look back at it, what you guys have done, what you guys have done is, it's so easy. And when I was able to do it like you laid it out for me, like you laid it out on the pillars, when I was able to implement that process and what I do, people were calling me. Not me trying to get them on a call. They were trying to get me on a call. And that's where it started. I just finished my beta class. During the beta class, I enrolled more students for my next class. I made $12,500 in approximately 12 days.
It's just crazy. It's crazy. This is crazy, man. It's great. What, like, okay, first off, I got a few things before we continue. Define a beta class, because some people might not know what a beta class is. And then what the heck, man? We got some tears of joy. And then crazy. Yeah, talk to us more. Go ahead.
Well, just I'll tell you about the beta class, but just to be at this point in my life, like I said, back to poverty. Success was scary at first. And as I grow more into my authentic self, where I'm supposed to be, this success feels good. It's not just a monetary value. It's not just money. My happiness, my vibe, the way I interact with other people, and people notice it. And anyways, it's great. So I didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
In the coaching. I knew I had a message. I had a message to teach artists to go from little money to lots of money. I just didn't know how to go about it. So once I enrolled them, I laid down these pillars, a 6 week program,
Yeah.
and I gave them a discounted rate. I was very transparent, told them what we were doing, that I was kind of working out the kinks. I wanted to deliver when I charge a full rate of $3,000. Excuse me. I wanted to deliver to those clients or those students everything that I am, everything that I can give to them. And so I offered a discounted rate to kind of go through a trial phase,
Yeah.
a testing phase.
Yeah.
And turned out that the beta, the testing, the trial phase was fire, was absolutely amazing. I just got another review, a video review this morning from an artist who, thanks, Greg. Thanks for changing my life. Thanks for improving. He said, not only did you improve my business, it improved my life.
Yeah.
And so, anyways, we done a 6 weeks course.
Yeah.
And it was for me working out the kinks. It was for me to build confidence. It was for me to know that I'm doing the right thing. It was for me to, again, make sure that everything was worked out so I could offer what I promise.
Yeah.
And it's so powerful. It's so, if you have a giver's heart, like I do, like Dan does, if
Yeah.
to be able to help people like this,
Yeah.
to see in 6 weeks, I watched a small group of people go from, man, yeah, I tattoo, to wow, I tattoo and I love it.
Yeah.
And to see that and to know that I had a part of it,
Yeah.
it's absolutely amazing.
Yeah. And to even get paid for it, because I know you were giving advice to people for free, but like the fact that someone is now paying you for it is pretty crazy.
That's really crazy. And that's, yeah, to make that much money in such a short, quick time or amount of time. And again, it wasn't about the money. It's something that I teach
Yeah.
is don't really worry about the money, worry about serving.
Mm.
And that's what I did. I served this small group of people. And half of them already said, so how much does the next class cost? I mean, well, part of the beta was they're in it with me as long as I'm in it. They're here. We're good to go. So
Yeah.
they won't be charged again. They're allowed to come in class anytime. They've got access to me.
Yeah.
But it was that deep. It was that powerful. It was that great. And
Yeah.
I mean, I'm full. And then the money, man, the money, what the money's done for me.
Yeah.
Uh,
Tell
we,
us, man. Tell us the updates. Tell us the updates, because this is what your whole life changes. You start thinking differently. Like, yeah, it's this vision
oh
you
yeah,
had in your
yeah,
head is becoming reality now. Go ahead.
yeah. No, that's fine. Yeah, the things that I had in my head. We just rented our first property, so a little while back we bought a piece of property. We renovated it. We just rented it out. Uh, and this week we're buying 3 more properties. I mean, from poverty to landowner
Yeah.
to you know, and
Yeah.
this change that's in my life, it's now implemented in everything I do.
Yeah.
You know, I'm a tattoo artist and tattoo shop owner. I'm a voice actor. I'm a business coach. I'm a landlord property owner.
Yeah.
My plate is so full of success.
Yeah.
And, you know, I struggled for 7 months trying to start a coaching business.
Yeah.
What you guys did for me in 3 months. And so that was back in April.
Yeah.
And now I went through a beta class. I'm enrolling. I've got calls lined up every day, 2 or 3 for the rest of this week and next week.
It's
I
crazy.
had to, yeah, it's crazy. I didn't think I could do anything like this,
Yeah.
and I didn't know how. And I'm so thankful that you know, you reached out to me. I'm
Yeah.
so thankful that you messaged me, that you was like, come on, Greg, this is what you want to do,
I
right?
remember. I remember. Greg, you're enrolling. What's up, man? What's up, man? What are you doing? What are you
And
doing?
I was like, I was so discouraged by the other programs that I was in, you know,
Yes.
that I went through. I was so, this is just people just trying to take my money, man. And that's how it felt. They didn't offer it. And I was like, okay, I'm going to try this one.
What do you think was
And
different? What do you think was, I don't mean to cut you off, but I think a lot of
well, it's
people
okay.
think like that. They go, oh, I've been in a coaching program before, you know, I know what this is about. What do you think is different about when you joined, you know, this program and working with myself and Devin? What do you think was the biggest, yeah, difference?
Uh, gosh, you guys hold us accountable.
Mm.
You guys didn't give up. There was a moment that I wanted to give up. Things were happening in my life. You all wasn't having it, having none of it,
Devin wasn't
none
having
of
it. Devin wasn't.
it. You're an entrepreneur, Greg. Do you know what
Yeah.
that means? You, anyways, and these other ones are just like, listen, watch this video,
Yeah.
take this class,
Yeah.
and I never really had the interaction and the one-on-one and the weekly calls and you're constantly updating when you know, when you find the new magic, you share the new magic.
Mm.
If you find something that works better, you don't hesitate to share that and to say, listen, this is what's working, this is
Yeah.
what's happening, here's, and you're constantly on it, and you're constantly, if evolving is the right word, I mean, because it's
Yeah.
hard to say that because it's a proven process. It works. It
Yeah.
works. If you work it, it works.
Yeah. Talk to us about the Facebook group because, you know, to put things into perspective. So Greg made, it's ridiculous even saying it, but 12,000 12 days. And obviously, Greg, you
Yeah.
have the most complicated funnels and automation. You're probably spending about $500 a day on ads right now. You know, your system is so complex. You just have you have designers everywhere and everything. There's so many employees. This is a joke, guys. I'm being sarcastic right
Yeah.
now.
Yeah.
So
None of that is true.
correct me if I'm wrong. You don't have a funnel, a real actual funnel where you're paying for softwares. You haven't run ads. You haven't created these complex webinars and these things that we'll probably create down the road. But literally all it is Greg tattooing, going on live, booking a call, and making 12,000 12
Right.
days.
So in the 7 months, I think I gathered maybe 140 people.
Yeah.
Now
On
with
his
you
own.
guys,
On his
yeah,
own.
on my own.
On his own.
With I'd done that was took me 7 months to do that. Since April, starting from scratch, 901 people.
Yeah. So almost 1,000 people.
Yeah, and it didn't cost me a dime. It
So good.
I take well, with Facebook you can schedule some of them, but I go live. Um, I lay out my program. I basically give my program away for free,
Yeah.
and I get a lot of engagement. And people are like, wow, well, what, you know, they want to know more about it. And like I
Yeah.
said, when I enrolled for the beta, half of that class got a hold of me. What do I do?
Yeah.
You know, and yeah, that's all I do is I spend some time, 15, 20 minutes. Um, I post my content on the Facebook group. Uh, I spend a little bit more time welcoming people to the group, inviting people to the group, tattoo artists, people in the tattoo industry, because that's who I want to attract right now.
Yeah.
That's who I want to help right now. I've got future plans, but right now we're sticking with tattoo artists.
Yeah.
And when I first signed up, I was like, Meanie was talking, I was like, man, there's just not enough tattoo artists. And the
Remember
first
that conversation?
yes, yes. And the first group you went to, you was like, well, this one's got 100,000 in it right here. Oh wow.
Oh my
So
God.
we're talking abundance. We're talking abundance. Anyways, and so you helped lead me in the right direction. And then, like I said, then not to cost me any money, just a little bit of time, a little bit of time that I wasn't doing nothing with in the first place. And so in that time, like I said, I'm almost at 1,000 people. In the next month, I'll have 1,000 people in the group, and
No
I've
ad
had
budget. No ad
no,
budget.
no ads, just me talking, just me writing a post, me telling you, asking you, what are you missing in life? What are you missing in your tattoo business?
Yeah.
And you could use this program that you offer in any coaching style.
Any.
It is so proven. If you want to help people, if you want to be a coach, if you are a coach, this Master Your Coaching is the place to be. I mean, it's a no-brainer if you ask me. I know a couple other people that I've recommended. Hopefully they'll be signing up soon.
Yeah.
Because it's just, I mean, look what it's done for my life. I went from poverty to my version of success, and my success just keeps growing.
Yeah.
And it took a couple conversations with you, and in a 3 month, I don't even think it took 3 months, people started, I want to know more. I want to know more. Had a guy tell me, man, what you're saying, this is how all the big guys do it. I need to know more. As the giver's heart, one of my students, man, he was pretty down.
Yeah.
And I enrolled him. He said, I just need help. I'm stuck. I don't know what to do.
Yeah.
And he was in a dark place. And the third week, to see that guy smile, and then smile each class for the next couple of weeks, is just so powerful. It's just, I had a hand in that. I had a hand in changing his business. He left me a video review and urging other
Feels
tattoo
so
artists.
good.
Yeah,
that's probably one of the best feelings, man.
It is. Anyways, and so he's urging other tattoo artists. That's what and these 7 people are now reaching out to other artists like, listen, if you want to level up your business, you need to go talk to Greg. And so again, half these calls I have lined up the next week are people who reached out to me. I'm in Southern Indiana. I got a guy in California. I got a guy in Las Vegas, Nevada. I got a guy in Canada. Couple ladies on the
You got
East
some
Coast.
Canadians. You got some Canadians. Your coach is Canadian, then your clients are. Oh, you're almost Canadian now.
And so, anyways, it's just been so fire. Like I said, to come up so fast. And the one thing that I would contribute to is this program.
Yeah.
Master Your Coaching. How I was stuck. Like my clients, like the people that I'm coaching, I was stuck. I didn't know what else to do. Man, I have such a desire to help people. What do I do? Ta-da! Here comes Dan with his little his cape.
Little what? Little cape haircut. What? Tell me.
Right. And it works. And that's the one thing. If you want to coach and you don't know what to do, stop with the online things that don't work. Stop just dumping money. Give money to you. Give money to Dan and Kevin. Let them help you be where you need to be, and it's fast.
Awesome.
And like I said, looking back at it, it wasn't that hard.
Yeah.
Once I got out of my yeah.
Listen, and by the way, Greg is a paid voice actor. He's not a paid actor for Master Coaching, by the way. Just giving you guys heads up, disclaimer right there, okay? He's a paid voice actor, not a paid actor for Master Coaching.
Right. I'm a real business coach. I'm a real tattoo artist who took Master Your Coaching with Dan and Devin. and it's changed everything in my life.
Yeah. Yeah. So a few questions. One goes, by the way, people are commenting down below. They're very inspired. And I think we all appreciate you, Greg. And I think we appreciate your authenticity. I think there's two questions. So one, if I remember your journey, it was obviously we got very clear on your message, which I think was extremely important, because I think when we first connected, you had an idea, but you're a little bit, let's call it jaded from other experiences before. And so you didn't have the actual clarity. Then we got the clarity. We started growing the group. And then your big wall that you hit was the setting and the closing. I know you worked a lot with Devin around there. And so kind of tell us about that experience, because I think you had a lot of the machine, the code, but not all of it. And so tell us like you overcoming that hump, because I think a lot of people get stuck around there where they're like, I don't know how to get someone onto my calendar. I don't know how to have the confidence to get them to pay me and
That
send me
word,
their invoice. Tell me.
that word confidence. Nobody wants to pay me. No, my self-sabotage, my limited beliefs at that time. Who really wants to? What do I even have to offer? And Devin really helped me a lot with that. And practicing, we would practice. What do I say? What do I do? Because one of the things, people don't trust you.
Yeah.
Right. And you have to get over that first. Where they're at, again, like me, I was stuck, and I was skeptic. I was hesitant to join your group.
Yeah.
But you come with clarity, and you come sincere, and
Yeah.
that's something that I struggled with in that confidence. I really struggled with it. And
Yeah.
my first sales call was ridiculous. I didn't
I
know what to
remember that.
say. Yeah, I didn't know what to say to her, and I probably could. I could have sold her if I had the confidence that I have now.
Yeah.
And a lot of that come from Devin and the weekly calls.
Yeah.
You guys do weekly coaching calls twice a week, and then one-on-ones. And if you guys seen us struggling, you would set us up for a one-on-one, and you would
Yeah.
help us get over that. And you would get, from books, Devin gave us a couple books to read.
Yeah.
And that really helped, man. That really opened my eyes. And then when I sold the first person,
Yeah.
it was like, it's this easy? Come on. It's really this easy?
Yeah.
And it really was. And so when I stopped, how do I say this? The more I tried to befriend somebody,
Yeah.
the less chances I had.
Mm.
When I went more towards it's a business. Do you want to grow? Do you want to? Dan, do you want to step up in the tattoo industry? Do you want to be the best tattoo artist and own the best tattoo studio in your town? Well, yeah,
Yes.
I do. Well, let's book a call.
Yeah.
And then they got to know me. Then they got to, just like you said, I'm being sincere. I'm being transparent. I'm being very clear on what do we want.
Yeah.
And then that conversation, that Zoom meeting, turned into closing the call or closing the sale,
Yeah.
enrolling them into and the first 7 happened so fast that I was
I know.
overwhelmed.
Because when it happens, it just boom, it's like an explosion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, I would say that one thing was confidence, because it just happened so fast that, like I said, I booked 2 more for a class that I don't even have a date for yet. I sold 2 more people that I don't even have it. I don't even have it. They're like, yeah, I'm in.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
You are blowing people's minds, because they're like, I'm spending so much time building my course right now. What do you mean? When the course is done, then I'll start selling the program.
yeah, it's your proven steps. And any questions I had, if I couldn't get a hold of one of you guys, you've got videos for me to go watch. I had pillars. I had videos. If I was unclear or uncertain, I just go watch a video. I just download the script, or the information that you provided with each video, and it just made it all clear. It made it so easy. And every time I would get in a rut, I would be like, oh yeah, I'm in master your coaching program. Let me go look this up real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So and tell us this, because I think the biggest piece, like if you look, whether it's yourself or a lot of coaches out there that are struggling, and this is actually one of my questions, is like, where do you think your life would be right now if you didn't take action and join the program? With the biggest challenge that most people face. See, in my eyes, what I think most people don't have is they don't have a team behind them that can support them, like a good, genuine team, meaning that we have our group calls every week. You have the one-on-one support. You have the library of videos. What do you think is the biggest challenge that most coaches don't have in their life and never actually overcome a plateau?
I definitely wouldn't be where I'm at today. I wouldn't have rented that property for $1,000 a month. Um, what you and Devin have provided has been great, but what the group, the network, to have Jason or Nick, Chris, Deepa, Nirmala, to have them on my side.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't just me going through it by myself. I didn't go through it by myself. We were going through it
Together.
and yeah, together. And don't let me undersell them. What they done for me is as equal as what you guys have done for me.
Of
Them being
course.
in my corner, them applauding me, them saying, way to go, Greg. I got insecurities about, am I just rambling? And and to hear a classmate say, I could listen to you all day, Greg.
It's small things like that. It's small things like that.
Yeah, and that gave me a confidence boost. Oh, somebody likes to listen to me ramble. Let me do it some more.
Yeah, I love it. They were all wrong. All those people that told me that I'm rambling, they were wrong. I'm just kidding.
So,
That's
anyways,
awesome.
that's what coaches are missing. If you're struggling by yourself, that's what you're missing as a network. That's what you're missing as a support group.
Yeah.
I don't mean your wife, your boyfriend, your family. That's different. They want to tell you stuff to appease you. They want to tell you stuff to keep you safe. They want to tell you stuff and hug you and tell you it's all good. Nope. You guys hold us accountable. The group holds us accountable. Like I said, I went through a moment and I was just, man, I need a break. And Devin was like, nope, that's not what we do, entrepreneur. That's not what we do. Get over yourself, step up, sell clients. And it happened just like that. Within a week, I'd sold 2 more people.
Yeah. Because that's the bump that you need, right? It's like
Yes.
your life can go down certain paths. And so there's another thing that I want to add, and I covered this on our Monday coaching call. And I said the lifestyle that you have to live to become successful is it's the rule of thirds, right? So a third of your time with mentors and coaches, or whatever you want to call them, people that are ahead of you in the game, a third of the time with people that are on the same level as you, and then a third of the time with people that you're mentoring. So it's a third people above you, like, or not, I wouldn't say above you, but chapters ahead of you. A third of the time people at the same game as you, because that creates that competitive edge. And that keeps that accountability that maybe a coach can't do. And then a third, actually mentoring people. And I think that's a healthy balance between the three. And I think for a lot of people, it's not balanced. It's like they're either spending too much time mentoring people, they're spending too much time with people at their same level, they're spending too much time with a coach. They're like, I can never get there. And I think having that healthy balance is the secret. I think maybe that's kind of to explain kind of what you went through, is you had all three. And now that you have your clients and you have coaches and you have people at your level, it sets you up for success. I don't know if you want to add anything to that, but I think that's a healthy balance.
Yeah, I totally agree. And even as I'm coaching this class, I still needed to go back with people my level. I still needed to go back with people a step or two ahead. You and
Yeah.
Devin. I still needed that guidance. I still needed that reassurance.
Yeah.
But at the same time, when I went back to people on my level, I got to share my experiences and help them out like they've been
Yes.
doing for me all this time. It's just great.
Well, I remember, it's like you're listening to all these people kick ass, and I could see it in your eyes. You're like, I want to be that guy sharing my wins. And then you became
Yeah.
the guy, and then you became the guy, and everyone's like, Greg, you inspired me so much. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, to watch one of our, you know, our group members, Jason, to watch him excel so fast when I come into the group, I was like, what is he doing? Give me some of that.
Yeah, yeah. And I love the fact that, you know, everyone's working a full-time job here. Like everyone's got a busy life. You know, whenever I hear people go, oh, my life is busy, you don't get it, I'll start this later. It's like life is going to be busy whether you like it or not. And I think, you know, specifically you and Jason, just that come to mind. It's like you guys have a lot going on right now and you still were able to make this work. You know, and I think it's just cool, man. I think it's about trust. And yeah, and I think it's just about trusting the process as a whole, trust for people and trusting the process. And before you know it, you keep showing up. And you know, the cool thing is your life will never be the same now.
Yeah, oh,
You know,
no doubt.
you'll never go back to the old version of Greg. And even if you take a break or a little bit, there's this new identity of who I'm talking to, this new version of Greg. Even though you were a tattoo business owner, even though, you know, you had things happening that were going well in your life, I think there's this new version of you. There's this new beast of like, I accomplished this big feat, this big goal. And, you know, it's like, yeah, it's cool. Like I know for myself, who I am now, I'll never go back to the version of me when I first started my coaching business. You know, there's this belief, this confidence, this conviction, this ability of like, you know, I accomplished something that a lot of people are trying to accomplish.
Right. Well, whether it's mindset, whether it's your finances, whether it's your, as I had a conversation with a gentleman the other day, as I grow into my authentic self,
Yeah.
every time I change my rates or every time I, you know, I went from my beta class was 750. Now we're doing 25. I just shedded skin.
That's it.
I've leveled up and I'm going to do it again, more than once in my life. and that's the thing. Once this starts happening, like you said, my life is completely changed. It's never going to be the same. It's just going to get better and better. And I thirst for it. I strive for it. I just helped 7 people change their lives. I know this because I watched it happen. I watched it transform in front of me. And then they've given me reviews.
Yeah.
Now I'm going on to 15 people. I'm going to help 15 people. And you know what the crazy thing is? They're going to give me $2,500 each to do this.
For now, too.
Yeah, that's remember I said we're going to step up.
Yeah.
But what the great thing about it is, it's not even about the money. I'm so happy, Dan. I'm so happy with my life and where I'm at and what I'm doing.
Yeah.
And then to get paid for it is a bonus. Wow.
Yeah. If only we could have showed this interview to the version of Greg 6 months ago. Be like, hey, look at yourself in the future. I don't know. That's AI. That's AI, man.
Yeah, that's not real.
That's BS. What type of fake AI do you got going on? No, that's awesome. And the beauty about building a coaching business is when the value of the coach goes up, the value of the program goes up. Yep. And so, you know, a lot of people be like, you're only selling the program for $750. Like that's all, right? Like that's crap. It's like, no, you're missing the point. The point is like, you get the $750 client, you get them a big win, you prove you're worth $2,500. And then, for example, as you get more and more clients, now you're worth $5,000 a program. I wouldn't be surprised if a year from now, yeah, you know what? I've helped many tattoo artists go from 6 figures to 7 figures or 6 figures to multi. I've helped coaches break multi records or whatever the case is, multi 6 figures. Sorry. Yeah, my program's worth 10,000 because I have a whole track record of helping all these coaches double their revenue. That's it. And guess what? The program doesn't change that much.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
And you will. I'm sorry. That's okay. You will attract that person. Again, back to this beta class. Had a guy. He couldn't choose, man. He had to go to work. He couldn't be with his family. Now he makes more money than he's ever made in 6 weeks. He's telling me that in 6 weeks, he's making more money than he's ever made. He only works 4 days a week instead of 5 or 6. He hasn't missed a football game from his son. He hasn't missed a cheer practice from his daughter. His life is great. And I ask him now, so what would you have paid if you'd have known this back then? He said, I'd have paid $5,000 easy, dude.
Yeah. And now it's just doing the math. It's like, okay, so do I want to make 20,000 this month? Okay, well, I just got to sell 4 5K offers. Okay, well, do I want to make 50,000 this month? Well, I'll just have to sell 10K, 10 5K offers. Well, or I could sell 5 10K offers. It's like, this is the beauty about an education coaching business versus like an e-commerce business. See that, like, so when you're selling an e-commerce product, so you're selling like an Amazon product, the market tells you what that is worth. This is how much a keyboard is worth. This is how much a mouse is worth. This is how much headphones are worth, right? With coaching, Greg is worth 10,000. You don't want to pay that rate? Great, go somewhere else. Oh no, I want to work with Greg though. I know he's $10,000. Who made up that number? Greg did, because that's what he's worth. Down the road, you may work with franchise tattoo shops where there's multiple shops. And he's like, yeah, man, I wouldn't mind paying 30,000 for the year to consult our business. Why? Because that's what you're worth now.
That worth. So tattoo conventions, some of you who are watching may maybe not know about tattoo conventions. It's a really big deal. They push about 10,000 people in a weekend through there. I've been offered a speaking job. They want me to open up the tattoo convention. They want me to open up the tattoo convention and speak mindset and tattoo coaching into the world. And the offer was pretty generous. Other things, that this is done. Back to I don't want to, because again, it wasn't about the money. And
no, it's not. But it's to prove we're not running a charity. We're not running, where Greg is barely trying to pay the bills. Like Greg can do this full time and he can make this real for
accountability. Right, it's accountability. But so we applied. We're buying these more properties. We're renovating those properties, and we filled out a application at Home Depot. Now remember earlier, I'm really good at poverty, but when Home Depot gave me a $10,000 credit limit, what? Oh my gosh! Stop it! Stop it! All right, don't stop it. Give it here.
Yeah, give it.
So everything in my life changed so quick, so fast. Those 3 months of building my coaching program with Master Your Coaching, they seemed kind of rough at the time, because I'm in my own head. How am I going to do this? Man, am I up to this?
Yeah.
Now that I look back, it's one of the easiest things I've never made so much money with that fast, following your process, following this program, following this. How do I tell you, if you're a coach and you are stuck or you're struggling, you don't know how to get those students, those clients into your group, into your class, then you need Dan and Devin's proven process.
Yeah. I appreciate that. My paid actor friend. Love that, man. Yeah, I was going to say something, and I fully lost it. But I think it's awesome how your life has changed. It's awesome that things are just going to get better and better. And I think I'm honored to be on this journey with you. And this is what I want to say, which is, when Greg says that he made 12,000 in 12 days, to put things into perspective, that is 100% profit.
Oh yeah.
Like, just to put things into perspective, guys, Greg doesn't have any funnels. Greg doesn't have any.
I'm not even sure what that word means.
Yeah, you don't need to. You don't need to right now. Okay, you don't need to. He doesn't have an ad budget. Softwares. What is he spending on softwares? Zoom, $20 a month. What else? Calendly. Calendly's free.
Yeah, no, I got PandaDoc, but that's just
okay. Sorry, I apologize for the inconvenience. $20 a month.
Yeah, so I think I got like $55 a month.
That's not 55. There's no way. There's no way you're paying 55 a month. You're probably paying 15 a month.
To be honest. Because I got a discount. I got a discount on Zoom. So
okay. So like, there you go, right? Like, we now have to get him onto a membership area and to put your stuff on school or something that looks pretty. But it's crazy what can be created. But I think the final piece was pushing through the barrier of when you wanted to kind of throw in the towel. And I think when you overcome that hump, when most people quit, that's when you accomplish something that most people, you know, are get really inspired by. So, but yeah, I think that's all from my end. I think usually my last question is, do you have any words for anyone that's on the fence looking to join? I know you've kind of talked about that, but any last words from yourself before
I
we wrap
mean,
up?
do it. Do it. Well,
Yeah.
get out of your way.
Yeah.
Get out of your own way.
Yeah.
And start coaching. Start living your life like you're supposed to. Start helping the people that you want to help change their lives. And if you don't know how, I promise you, Dan does.
Yeah.
Him and his muscle. I like to call Devin the muscle.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's a great program, Dan. I personally cannot tell you how much I appreciate you reaching out to me, how much you've helped me change my life and live. This has been my dream for the longest time, is to help people. And I get to every day. I live it. It's great. Happiness, tears of happiness, joy of, I'm a successful entrepreneur.
I know, it's crazy, man. It's crazy. People look at you, Greg, and they get inspired. You inspire them as an entrepreneur. It's pretty awesome.
Thank you very much. Thank you. You surround yourself with the right-minded people. That guy right there. Yeah, and it happens.
Yeah. Well, Greg, we all appreciate you. If Greg has inspired you, be sure to comment down below. If you guys ever have any questions, Greg, if you ever want to drop your Facebook group, they can come and join and check you out. But I hope, you know, with Greg's Tears of Joy is to show you what's possible. And I know that the version you're seeing of Greg, you're seeing the end result. Our first conversation was not like this.
No,
our first conversation was almost like, I know, man, I got it. I know I look like everyone else. I got it. And I think that when you align yourself with the right team, I think when you, from an intuitive level, I think you know. And I'm honored that you trust me. You trusted me when you first began, and then you trusted the whole process. And yeah, this is why I do what I do, so I can change people's lives initially for communication. But it's even more powerful when it's about finances and being able to live in your purpose. So it's awesome. Any last words, sir?
One last word. So, and I got this from Devin, and it took me a minute to understand it. Do you know the best time to plant a tree?
Tell me when.
20 years ago or today? Today is the day to plant your tree. Let's get those roots growing, start spreading it, start coaching, master your coaching. Man, it's fire.
Love it. Greg, thank you so much, guys. I'll have a phenomenal Wednesday. Keep kicking ass, and we'll see you guys very soon.
Yeah, I'll see you guys in Master Your Coaching. Have a good day.
Bye.